Gar, Gar,
Gar, Gar, Gar, Gar.
Gar, 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 Garcia Aquatics here. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another Birdo at Garcia Aquatics. Hey guys, you gotta stay in tune. You gotta watch. Hey, I had to cover this behind me. That's another project that I'm working on right behind me. So that's gonna be another project that I'm working on. I'm working on this one, but it's still empty. But don't worry, it's gonna happen. But I'm working on this one, and I'm going to be working on this one over here, and I'm going to be working on the other two tanks. And then sooner or later, you're going to see Garcia Aquatics doing his fish room tour. So stay tuned for that one. And we also got to say hello to June. We got June. Oh, sorry. I got to do it this way. Hold on. Bring that one down. Oh, sorry, June. Right there. Oh, wait. All for you, June. Right there. Bam. Bam. Are you working on your 40? Good. Nice. Hey, Peplin, how you doing? Welcome. Suan, welcome. Good old Peplin right here. I'm in June. Then we got Peplin, Garcia. And then we got Alice Carnelli. Welcome. I hope you both good last night. I didn't. I didn't both good at all last night. But June. Then we got, all right, what are we saying here? You're too funny. Death Charge, welcome. Ah, oh, you guys are chatting away there. You guys are chatting there. Was getting ready to change out the 75, but I'll wait. Oh, nice. Thank you. I'm just waiting for my guest to show up. Soon as I got my guest, I'll be bringing up my guest. Can you believe it? Yes, I got a guest here on Garcia Aquatics. And by the way, Pepley, I'm going to be talking to you soon. I'm going to have to email you. There's some things that I like. I saw. And I like it. And yes, guys, I've been doing a lot of things here and there, especially with work, getting things done. Even though I've been taking care of this house and I've been taking care of my mom's house next door, the birds and everything. I've been taking care of all the good stuff and everything. And MB Reef, thank you for coming. 1K more plants. And we always like to have always the greatest guest. But I bet you when I bring this guest, I know you've seen this guest in everywhere. But I just can't say the name. But the only thing I can say is all the way from ATL, good old Georgia. So let's just bring my guest up. And you always know where you always seen this guest at. But I'll let you see the person first before I say where you seen him the most. So here we go. Here's my guest. And I want to say thank you for all the support and all the love that you guys are giving me and the guests. And let's show some support and the love. So let's do it. Here we go. What up, Smokey?
Hey,
Motherfucking Smokey. What
hey
up, Smokey?
everybody.
It's so wonderful. Oh, I feel like I'm
What's
in the
going
kid in the candy store. I feel like a kid in the candy store. Ooh.
on?
What's going on? Hey, Dee, since I see you in June and MB Rim, well, just go ahead and drop Smokey's link or her links. Please go ahead and drop it for that for other people who haven't, because there might be other people in my supporters, so they can show the love and the support, because we all about showing the support and all the love and sharing everything, you know? So, and yes, guys, you've seen her in Vibes, and that's Vibes co-host, and
That's right.
and and she works in one of the box stores. Is it Petco or PetSmart?
I work at PetSmart.
All right. Forget about Petco. Let's talk about PetSmart. so, so tell us more about you, about yourself. That for my viewers and my supporters could know more about you, Smokey.
All right. Well, of course, as you guys can see, my
Ooh,
name
ooh, ooh,
is
ooh.
Smokey. Also, my name is. Hold on, wait a minute. My light went somewhere. All right. All right. My name is Mariah. I also go by Smokey.
Smokey, type
I
something. Type something if you can. Sorry, if you can you type something in the chat so they can find you, so
yeah.
they
Let me
can put
see.
your stuff.
I'm gonna do it from my phone real quick because I don't want to disconnect from here.
Uh,
Um.
your audio is a little sketchy.
Okay. Let me let me try something. I'll be right back.
All right, don't worry, guys. She'll be back. She ain't disappearing. She's just gonna fix that little problem, but it could get everything going. But and if you guys have any question to ask her and everything, just go ahead. Just put at Garcia and just ask the question. If I can catch it, and we could go ahead and ask her those questions and stuff like that. But first, we're gonna wait for her to fix her little problem, and therefore we can get everything going. And yes, she's always on Vibes live stream. She's the co-host for Vibes, and we just gotta show the support and the love, having people over and asking them questions and stuff like that. What really got them into the hobby, and what they like about the hobby, and what they dislike about the hobby. So, and I believe, yeah, she typed something in the chat. Therefore, you can find her link, and there's her link where you guys could go and check out Mariah's. Oh, Dee Dee got it too. We got MB Reef and we got Dee Dee getting her stuff done right there. I love you, moderators. You guys are really awesome. Thank you, thank you for dropping those links. Let's show those support and all the love. And if you guys haven't checked out Smokey's link, go ahead and let's show some support. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and turn on that notification bell to be notified when she's dropping a video or a short because you never know what's going to be dropping. Because if you don't turn on that notification bell, you won't you won't find out what she's putting on there. So you got to go ahead and turn on that notification bell. And thank you, Suan. Suan
I'm
already
back.
subbed. No problem. And Suan already subbed to you.
All right.
So,
Is the audio good? Are we good? Audio good? Video good?
yep, we're good right now. So, but I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put you like this for you could tell everybody all about yourself. So right now, the floor is yours, young lady.
All right. Well, as I said before, I'm Mariah, also known as Smokey. Um, I currently work for PetSmart. I work in the grooming salon. I've been working with animals in general a little over 10 years, um, from dogs to cats to small animals like guinea pigs, reptiles, fish, of course. You, I've probably worked with it if it's a household pet. Um, I love what I do. It's very fun. It's very challenging, very rewarding. I've been keeping fish at home personally. I want to say probably about 5, 6 years now. I started off with a beta, of course. Um, I don't know. You guys got. I'm blanking at the moment. I got to ask me some questions.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Oh, I love to cook.
Oh, she's a cook. She loves to cook, guys. So
Definitely love cooking.
I hope you stay away from cottage
And
cheese.
oh, no cottage cheese for me. No, 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 no. Vibes is
Yes,
not
no cottage
converting me
cheese.
yet. These are my babies. These are my babies right here. That's Valkyrie, and this is King. We're sure that she is pregnant.
What? Oh, King's gonna be a
Yep. So
father.
we're expecting some puppies in the next coming months.
Nice. So, what really, what really got you into the hobby? What really got you into doing it?
To be honest, it was actually working in the pet industry at another big box store a few years ago, and I ended up getting really curious because at the time I had pretty much no knowledge of fish whatsoever. I mean, I had no idea what could go with what, how big stuff got. I had no idea about any of it. I just knew that they were pretty and that they stink sometimes. Uh, so working in those stores, unfortunately, a lot of times there's not the ability. You're not afforded the ability to be able to get a very good education or a good foundation of knowledge from those places, um, about the some of the animals that you are working with, namely the fish. And that was a big thing for me is that I kind of fell in love with them after working with them for a little while, so I wanted to know more, and I just started doing my own research and started going further into it. Um, and eventually, I stumbled across folks here in the fish fam, and I've never felt more welcomed, to be honest. It's a really good feeling. Um, but yeah, that's what got me into it is that just wanting to know more, being curious, and needing to know more, not only for myself to want to keep them, but to educate my customers properly when they come and ask me questions about things that I should know.
That's the most important thing because you want to lead them to the right way, not to mislead them like other people. Oh no, you can put that, you
Right.
can put that, or you can. Oh, you can put that in. Like, oh, go ahead. You can get an Oscar. You can keep them in a 10 gallon. That will be okay. No, you
Right.
can't do that because they grow too fast. And Swan says, "What is your favorite fish to keep?"
Mm. In my home, my favorite so far has been African cichlids. Currently, I only have South American in this tank. I have a couple of Texas cichlids and Jack Dempsey in there. But my favorite so far has been African cichlids. In a retail setting, however, I would say my favorite was probably African butterfly fish.
Okay.
They were very interesting to watch, especially when you feed them. Oh man, it was so fun to just go over there and drop a live cricket on the surface of the water and they start to swim away. And that thing would just like fly across the top of the water and get it. Those things are really cool looking.
Um, if if you wanna like you say you work at PetSmart and stuff like that,
Hmm.
what's the rule? The rule of thumb would you tell for a beginner how to set up a tank and what to use?
Well, there's a lot of,
Well,
first of all, before I would give them any recommendations of anything, I would ask a lot of questions. Um, Now, I don't currently work out on the floor on the sales floor, so I don't work with the fish tanks or the animals or anything like that. I only work in the grooming salon, but I have before. And again, like I said, I would start off asking a lot of questions. What type of space do you have? Where are you planning to put this tank? How often are you wanting to do maintenance? Um, just there's a lot of different questions that I would ask, and based on those, then I would give my recommendations. Uh, Unfortunately, a lot of times people come in expecting to be able to purchase their tank and their fish the same day, which is that's the number one no no. I would not do that, especially for a beginner. There are ways that you can set up a tank and have it pretty much cycled within the first day and add your fish the same day. However, even very seasoned fish keepers don't have a lot of luck doing that very often. So for a beginner, especially, I would never ever recommend that. Um, and like I said, depending on the way they answer the questions, is how I would go about the rest of my recommendations as far as the type of fish, or even the substrate and the type of ornamentary they should put in, or ornaments they should put in there as well.
um, Sailing has a question for you. What's your favorite part about fish keeping on social media?
I like to see the different methods that people use to capture their fish, because there's a lot of different ways that people film them, whether it be from like just the different angles or just different lighting. I like to see the different artistry of the way that people capture it. Um, However, on the other side of that, something I don't like, I would say probably is when people I think we were just talking about this last night on Vibes live stream. Um, if someone over edits or over alters their photos or videos in a way that makes it so that there's something that there's not truly there, that's when it's kind of obscured for me. I mean, I edit my photos and add, you know, a little bit of saturation here or there, but I believe that there's a difference between altering your photo to see what the camera is not capturing or not picking up versus altering it in a way to make it look like there's something that's not truly there. whether it be colors or lights or whatever. Unless, of course, the that's the visual that you're going for is like a very oversaturated, over colored, very edited picture, then so be it. But if you're just truly trying to present your fish in the way that you want them to be seen naturally, I think that's a bit much.
Give me one second. I just did something.
Mm,
All right. Swen says, I like it when people just show their natural tank. That's the best way to do
mm-hmm.
it. Because there's some people
I
that don't
agree.
show it. They don't show it how natural it looks. They just throwing a lot of things in there. It doesn't look that natural, but
Mm,
it's gonna have it natural. Okay, Big Tank Hank says, I love the fact you want to protect the keeper as well as the livestock. He likes that.
absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of, let's be real. I mean, our hobby is not necessarily a stress-free hobby. I mean, taking care of not only just the fish that are inside the tank, but you have to worry about leaks, power outages, blowouts, ammonia spikes, all kind of different stuff. Just like you would with a dog, you have to worry about them chewing up something and swallowing something. Like it's not necessarily a stress-free hobby. So, of course, if there's a way, which of course there's many ways to reduce that stress within the hobby. And if somebody tells me that, oh yes, I've got this big beautiful window that gets a lot of lovely sunlight, and I think the tank would just look so pretty right there, I'm going to let them know that that's not a good idea to put that tank in front of that window unless they want to be scraping algae every single day. You know, there's just a lot of different things that they're going to need to know and be aware of in order to make them truly be able to enjoy the hobby and not end up in a situation where they get like a tank crash or something happens and they just get turned off of it altogether. Because there's a lot of people that do end up that way. They either lose fish or something happens and their tank just it just doesn't work and they just don't even want to do it anymore. They just give up completely.
Like I had, there was one when I was at Petco, and she goes, "Why my tank? He's always looking all green. I gotta keep cleaning. I keep cleaning." I go, "This.
Hmm.
Are you leaving the light on all day?" And she goes, "As soon as I
Hmm.
wake up and before I go to sleep." I go, "This. Usually just have the light on in the morning for at least about, to me personally, at least like 4 hours,
Hmm.
and then do what else you're gonna be doing, and then later on you can have the light on for at least another 3 hours before you go to bed. You don't have to have the light on every day." And I guess for me telling her that, she hasn't called me since. And that tank, because there have been times that she sends me pictures, and the tank is wonderful, beautiful, crystal clear, and she followed every inch of the instructions that I told her to do, and she hasn't had a problem since.
And, you know, I
And
think speaking on specifically on the algae, I think the type of lighting you have plays a huge part in that. I mean, if you've got
yeah,
a UV bulb versus like just a regular old LED, that can make a big difference. I mean, for instance, the tank behind me, I wipe this tank down maybe once a week, and it rarely even needs that. But I keep that light that's on. I turn that thing on first thing in the morning at 7 a.m. when I get up, and it usually doesn't go off until about 9 or 10 at night, which, to be fair, I know that's a bit longer than it usually needs to be. but I also end up falling asleep on the couch a lot, so that's my fault. Um, but yeah, and I don't have any problem with algae growth in this tank. I mean, you can see just barely a little bit over here on the
Oh,
side glass.
sound like a rope. Sound like a robot.
Oh Lord, hold on, let me put it back down. I'm moving too much. Do I still sound like a robot?
Nope, not now.
Okay, cool.
Good.
All right. But yeah, there's like a very small amount of algae in there, but there's nothing like what I would see if I had it over there near the window.
And oh, before they chop my head off, let me get you this question because they told me to ask you this question. Hold on.
All right, let's do it.
Where is it? I just don't like it when I can't find
Yes. Yeah.
it. What is your position on this new movement in the hobby going towards more natural style aquariums? And does this affect the way that you keep your fish? Do you
Well,
put
to be perfectly honest, I don't necessarily think it's a new movement, so to speak, as much as it is more of the new fish keepers are starting to see that side of it, as opposed to going into just getting rainbow gravel and ornaments. Um, but yes, I would say it does impact the way I keep fish. I've always preferred a very natural looking aquarium with rocks and plants and driftwood, all kinds of stuff, like very natural looking aquariums. I've always preferred. So yeah, I do think it impacts me by seeing a lot of what I have seen in the natural scapes. I mean, as you can see, I do prefer a much more natural look to my tank. So yeah, I but like I said, I don't think it's necessarily a new movement. Because if you go all the way back to like the beginning of aquascaping in general, it was always based in a fairly natural concept as far as the aesthetic goes. So I think it's more so along the lines of a lot of the newer fish keepers or beginners are starting to see more and more of the stuff that we see on social media with the natural plantscapes and natural hardscapes and things of that nature. And I think it's kind of being seen as a movement because there's a lot more of beginner fish keepers getting into the hobby and going about it that route as opposed to the other route.
do you put any thought or work into conservation of certain species? In what direction are you most aiming to move towards in the hobby for your own growth within the community?
Give me that one more time.
Do you put any thought or work into the conservation of certain species?
Mhm.
What direction are you most aiming to move towards in the hobby for your own growth within the community?
Well, as far as the first part of the question goes, with the conservation of certain species. Unfortunately, no, I wouldn't consider myself a conservationist other than, keeping my own fish at home. However, I do on a regular basis frequent the Georgia Aquarium, which is definitely huge in conservation efforts everywhere, like all around the world. So I guess you could say I play a small part by making that contribution to the aquarium. Um, and then, as far as the second part of the question, what direction do I see myself uh, wanting to go towards the community? Honestly, I would love to be able to be in a position to keep like 20 tanks, but that's a lot for anybody, even someone that has a lot of spare time, which unfortunately I am someone that does not have a lot of spare time. I also have dogs and a fiance and a full-time job. So
Congratulations.
thank you, which by the way, I don't think I mentioned it in the chat or during the live yet, you guys. Those of you that don't know, I am engaged. My boyfriend became my fiance when he proposed on my birthday. So we are getting married next year in Daytona. But anyways,
In Daytona,
yes, in Daytona Beach.
uh, YouTube, I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here. It's gonna be a party in the hell. Oh
I
Lord.
fell in love with Daytona while I was down there. I think it was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. It was an amazing experience and it was fairly inexpensive as well. If you ever get the chance, you guys definitely please go.
And just to let you know, even though it's just the name of the place that it says Hilton, we just stayed there for one night and it was the cheapest. And it was just right across the street from the show. We just walked over there. But me,
Our
I
hotel was
walked.
beautiful and it was
I
$91 a
walked.
night through Priceline.
I walked because lady sent me swimming. She goes, "No, I want to take my car over there." I go, "Okay." I go to this. Well, you're gonna have to wait for the doorman to go get to the car. I gotta get over there. I'll see you over there. She goes,
And then
"Where's
pay
the
$20
tickets for the day?"
for parking.
I took care of the guy right away. I took care of him right away.
Oh, okay.
I was just taking care of them because I wanted that service like I was a big celebrity. You know, that's
Right.
no problem, Garcia. No problem, Garcia. Whoop. And they parked the car, even though it was underground. It was right there. As soon as you came out of the building, that was the first thing you saw. The car right there.
Mm,
And yes, I do not own it. Lady Shimmy owns it. She owns the hamster wheel car.
yeah.
That little, that little box. Hey, it gets us to point A to point B with no problem, and we save gas.
Yeah, I know that's right.
And talking about Daytona,
Um, so
what
I mean, it was beautiful. It was incredibly peaceful. It's a fairly small town as well. I mean, it seems like it might be very touristy, but in general, it's not. It's really only got a population of about 40,000 people, which I mean, that sounds like a lot, but when you look at how big that area is, it's not a lot of people. Again, it's a fairly inexpensive area for like the restaurants, the gas stations. Um, oh, and driving down there was amazing. It was so calm. Nobody was road raging, nobody was speeding. and you didn't feel a need to go fast because it was just there was an overwhelming feeling of zen.
So it's just basically like the way they drive in Atlanta and the way they drive in New York, like savages. And it's true.
Honey, as
You
soon as we crossed that state line back into Georgia, we was yelling and cussing people out because they was cutting us off. They was brake checking us, all kind of crazy stuff.
Mm. um, Daytona was your first Aquashella, right?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit of that experience that you experienced of being in that going to one of those first shows.
Honestly, it was kind of a shock to see how many people were actually there. And honestly, the size of the venue as well was, I mean, it was massive. But from what I hear, the venue in Daytona was nowhere near as big as the one in Dallas. So I'm very sad that I did miss that one. But it was amazing. And to see the walkthrough, the entryway that they have for the guests that are coming to see the show, that was really cool experience. I mean, the light, they had the lights, the stuff hanging from the ceiling, everything was glowing. It was beautiful. Um, and even getting to meet all of these people that I've seen on YouTube for a long, long time, watching them, they're like pretty much celebrities in my eyes. And getting to meet them in person and talk to them and talk about their fish tanks and my fish tanks, it was such such a warm experience. That's the best way
And
I
when,
can think to describe it. It was very warm and
and, then,
very welcoming.
and then when you saw me, you were like this. Oh, there goes
I
Garcia.
was like, there's Garcia. There's Garcia. And we
At
just
all
both
people,
walked up to each other just like this. Like, what's up, man? Bring it in. Bring
what's
it in.
right?
It was a pleasure to finally be able to meet you guys in person. And especially, I mean, Lady Shimmy Shimmy, it was an honor. And to be able to meet vibes, I mean, just it didn't feel like I was meeting people that I've never met for the first time. It felt like I was meeting, catching up with old friends that I haven't seen in years.
It's so much when you watch every YouTuber, you watch them,
Hmm.
and when you bump and when you go to one of those venues and when you see them, you realize, hey, how you doing? And they just look at you like, you realize, oh, my bad, my bad.
Uh-huh.
I know you see me on my live stream and everything, but and we chat and
That's
everything,
right.
but we never met face to face. Oh, you so and so. Oh, how you doing? Oh, thank you for your support. Thank you. Hey, Slim Jim,
Yeah, it's
welcome.
really funny when somebody says their screen, like when somebody introduces themselves as their name and you don't recognize their actual name, and then they're like, "Oh, it's so and so," and they say their screen name, and you're like, "Oh yeah, hey, what's up, man?"
Me, for me, I'm the one that sometimes I know I should always remember the YouTuber's name. I always
Hmm.
lock up. My head just locks up. Hey, K-Man, how you doing? Hey, Vibes, how you doing? And
That's
when I
right.
hey Eddie, I'm gonna who's Eddie? Vibes. Oh, and K-Man is simple as Kevin. His name is
Right.
Kevin. And I'm just hey,
Kev was probably the one I kind of was fangirling a little bit when I met Kev because he was probably the first one I started watching when it came to cichlids. And a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Kev, but I like him. He's a cool guy. He's got some amazing fish. Um, I was like starstruck. I was like, oh my God, that's Caveman Aquatics right there. Oh my God. I'm about to talk to Kev from Caveman Aquatics. And he was just so down to earth and such a nice guy. Very, very cool person. Um,
it it's just basically with all these YouTubers that they've been in the hobby for so long and they've been on YouTube for so long, and they're the top dogs. If you
mhm.
show the respect and the love, you're gonna get it. But
Oh, most definitely.
if you be a hole with them, they're gonna be an a hole with you. Just gotta show them the respect and the love. And if they tell you this, oh,
Because
hold
I
on,
mean,
I'm
at
a
the
little
end of the
busy.
day, we are all just people.
We're the same, but we just
Hmm.
in a different I call it in a different bracket because they're up there and they're selling and everything and they're working. And let me see. Oh,
Upstairs.
meeting Fishy Biz. How about meeting Fishy Biz?
Oh, that was awesome. I did not expect him to be that tall in person.
They
Actually, I was
talked to
just
me
talking to him earlier today.
yeah,
I think I may or may not be hopping back on live with him. Not entirely certain yet. We're gonna be talking about something, but we'll let y'all know. But yeah, he was a really cool person too. I mean, oh God, he had me cracking up. We was all cracking up the whole weekend.
and especially what I liked the most was that when you did a video with him going to that local fish store
Oh,
there.
the local fish store. Yeah, that was a beautiful place. They did an amazing job in that store. And it was cool too because they were actually in the process of moving their location to another building over by the Daytona International Speedway. Excuse me. So even though they were in the middle of like half of the store was picked up and moved already, you could tell they were very much in the process of doing stuff. But the tanks and everything that they did still have going at the time, everything was amazing, immaculately clean. All of the fish were in amazing condition. I mean, they had some stuff there that I've never seen before in person. It was a really really cool experience. Um, I think one of my favorite things and the most memorable part of walking through that store is being able to see. They had some really pretty Dalmatian mollies, and I know that you can put mollies in brackish water or salt water, or they can be transitioned over, but I never actually seen it. They had them in this beautiful coral reef tank with just coral reefs and anemone, and it was amazing. I had never seen mollies in an actual saltwater setup before. So to see it right there in front of me was I had goosebumps. I was like, oh, this is so cool. You talk about you were like a kid in a candy store. That's how I was that day.
And the most beautiful thing is that you're gonna be in Daytona. I'm gonna be in Daytona. And I
Hmm.
know Fisher is gonna be in Daytona. And you know
Yep,
what? We're gonna have to get a rental and drive to the new spot, to the new fishing spot.
definitely.
And knowing them, they're gonna be happy to see both of you there.
Oh, most definitely. I
And
hope so.
and then
It's going to be
and
a
then we
really
bring
good
it
return video.
and then bring in everybody that's gonna go with us. That would be awesome right there.
Oh God, could you? The whole squad imagine they're just having a really nice, calm, slow day, and then the whole squad comes pulling up from Aquashella.
And they're gonna be like this. YouTuber, 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 YouTuber. Oh my God, look at all those cameras.
They're gonna be like, "Wait a minute, y'all! Everybody, get your bags ready. Get your fish bags ready. We're gonna start making some sales here."
Go out that door. We don't want them to leave
Right,
empty.
right, exactly. All right, start filling up some buckets, y'all.
um, what fish? What types of fishes that shouldn't be in the hobby at all.
Mm. What type of fish should not be in the hobby at all? Painted glass fish. The painted glass, I think they're called painted glass fish or painted glass tetras. They are they look similar to glowfish, except they've only got like an outline of the color.
Right.
But the difference is they are not, it's not just parent set injected or genetically modified with a coloration. They are actually injected and actually dyed with those colors throughout their generations.
The men of the hour,
And
the men of the hour just showed up. Scuba
oh
Steve.
snap, Gooba Steve,
And
hey
that was a
hey,
good guy. And me personally meeting him at Keystone and then at Daytona, but meeting
oh
him
yeah,
at Keystone,
definitely,
that was a blast. Because when I walked in
most definitely.
and then just hear him go like this, God,
Scuba Steve
Garcia,
came
I'm like,
through with the
what?
snacks. Came through with the snacks, definitely.
And then when I saw him, and then I'm going outside and just gonna have a cigarette before going to bed. He comes down with his robe and he like this, hey Garcia, with his robe. I'm like, this guy is so funny.
Yeah, I mean,
But
we had a
okay,
blast, and I can't wait to go back.
and even though I haven't seen it personally yet, to me, they should get. I know they're doing it just for the kids, but to me, it's not good to have it in the hobby. It's having the glowfish.
Yeah, that was gonna be the second one I said was the glowfish. They're cute. I mean, they're good. They're nice to look at, but I don't, I don't think it gets them interested in the right way because it kind of teaches, in a way, it kind of teaches them only to get fish because the way it looks, and not to actually think about the fact that it's it is a thing and it's something that you are responsible for and responsible for taking care of. It's not just some pretty thing in a tank as a decoration in your room. And I think the glowfish and the painted fish kind of enable that thinking in a way.
Um, Steve-O, I won't be making it to the class. I'll be making it only to Daytona this time. I won't make it to the class this year. Um, what else? What else? Chat, help me out here, chat. Any questions? Any questions for the beautiful young lady, Smoky Mariah? Any questions for Mariah?
Whatever y'all want to know, I'm an open book. Just ask. Oh my God, my Jack Dempsey is flared up something nice right. Let's see him over there.
Look at him. He looks so nice.
He's mean as hell, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
Oh, and there's one of my Texas cichlids.
Scuba has a question for you.
All right, what we got?
How's that ring feeling, chick?
Feels amazing. I had to get a little silicone ring as well to wear at work because I'm terrified that my actual ring is going to end up getting blown off by the blow dryer or end up slipping off in the tub while I'm bathing a dog, and it's going to go down the drain and I'm going to lose it and I'm going to hurt somebody. So yeah, I just wear my silicone ring at work and I leave this one at home. But it's amazing. I love it.
And let me see. Caleb, he says good fish to keep in a 35 long with plants.
Mm. What kind of filtration do you have on it? And is it heavily planted or just a few plants scattered here and there?
Hmm. We'll find out in a minute. All right.
Sorry, I frequently answer questions with questions.
What is your biggest stance or biggest passion in the hobby?
Uh, my biggest passion in the hobby. Hmm, that's a very good question.
Tommy, you got her. She don't have the answer. She's already her noodles are
I would,
all over the place.
I don't know. I think it just is the hobby. I don't think there's a certain part of it that I love more than another part, but like, I mean, even from cleaning the tank, I mean, I love that. I love cleaning my tank and making it all nice and pretty and fixing it up. Even resealing a tank. Well, okay, that's something I probably don't like too much is scraping and resealing the silicone on a tank just because it's very tedious. But I still enjoy it because of the outcome. Um, I'd say the probably the biggest part for me, if I had to say one, would be like talking to new fish keepers or beginners and just helping to guide them, educating people, getting new information myself, learning and teaching. Those are probably the two big ones right there.
That's the best way to do it. Is just, as you learn, you teach them. All right.
That's right.
Uh, well, as right now, I'm looking for a filtration suggestion, and the plans will be here and there. Right now, I'm looking for a Fluid 107 canister filter, but I know that is the way too big.
I disagree. You can't really have filtration.
The more filtration you have in any tank, you go over filtration, and it's going to be the best thing ever.
Absolutely. And with the fact that you're looking for a much higher rated filter than what the tank is the gallons are, that kind of opens you up to being able to overpopulate a little bit more. Well, not overpopulate, but to populate your tank a little bit more densely. Um, I would say, 35 long. I say maybe some angels, maybe an angel or two, and a small school of tetras.
And you know you already got to put some corridors in the bottom.
Oh yeah, a little cleanup crew, some corridors, maybe some panda cories, and even some all over cleanup crew. You could throw some auto sinkless in there.
And then if you got some driftwood, some
Oh,
Bristol
definitely.
nose, some Bristol nose in there.
Mm. You could put at
You see,
least maybe
not
two,
the
three
common,
bristle
not
nose
the
in there.
common pleco, not the common pleco.
No.
Some beautiful Bristol nose. Even though some of them are very expensive, like the albino with blue eyes,
Hmm.
but they are stunning.
You could
I
even get
haven't
away
had
with a
them.
green phantom or a blue phantom pleco. Those don't get very big either.
All right, that's there you go, Caleb. There's one right there. There's a selection right there. Some cribs, some barbs. All right there, that's good right there.
Those are
And
all
also,
good, except for the fact that they can be a little bit nippy with the plants, especially the barbs.
yeah,
And the barbs can also be just nippy in general with other fish.
some coolie loach.
Oh, coolie loaches are so awesome. You just never see them.
Even though they're
They do
always
so
hiding,
much
but
good
you
for the tank.
even though you don't hardly see them, but your tank is gonna look amazing.
Hmm. But to finish answering one of the questions earlier, as far as something I want to do from like something I see for myself in the hobby, um, like I said, I would love to be able to get to a point to be able to have lots and lots of tanks, but that's a lot for anybody. So honestly, I'm just hoping to be able to finish setting up my 150 gallon to make that my discus community tank by at least hopefully October, maybe by Aquashella at least. That way I can possibly bring home some fish to the new tank. And then after that, I would probably, if finances and my fiance allowed me to, I would get one more tank, which would be a 6 foot 125. And I think that would be
Yeah,
enough for
just enough.
me.
No, you see that tank right behind you?
Hmm.
All right. On the right side, put a 150, and then on the other side, put it a 150, and you can have that
So
beautiful connection.
the 150 is in the other corner over there.
It could be moved right next to the.
I want what I want to do. So let me show you. Hold on. Here we go. So there's the tank I was sitting behind, right?
Yeah.
There's the 150. What I want to do is put the 125 behind the couch right between them and
No,
have a tank and a tank. And that way it still leaves me plenty of space in my living room. I can still have my couches where they are. I can have my TV where it is, and everything is still cool.
something similar to this. Let me. Oh, jeez. Oh wait, hold on. Similar to this, right? There goes my 32 gallon, my 65 that I'm working on. I'm rescaping that one up.
I was
And then
wondering why you had it covered.
because I'm working on it. It's a project.
Oh.
Then I got my 125. I got my 150 right there. Then I got
God,
my
those
other
things are
150,
tempting.
and then my other 150
Mm,
over there, and my 125. I'm working on a lot of things here, a lot of projects.
I see.
And Lady Shimmy Shimmy always telling me, When are you gonna stop, my place? The day I die.
I was gonna say she must not have heard of multiple tank syndrome.
Is that when you keep it the right way? Then you be like, time to change it. Time to change it.
Mm.
Because after every 6 months or 8 months, you're gonna go ahead and change it. But the way I
Oh
was
shoot,
telling
I
you,
restate this like every 3 weeks, every month or so. And they get so mad about it. They get so pissed. Oh, they get so pissed. But they gotta know. They gotta know. It's my tank. They just living in
hey,
it.
you're living in here for free. I'm feeding you for
That's
free.
right.
Um, that 150. The only thing I want to do to that 150 right here is just take out the two driftwood. Was it the
Mm,
Oscars and my Florida Guard and my red parrot. But
mm.
that red devil, I had to get rid of him. Bought him like it was. I bought him today, and tomorrow he's gone. That's how
Oh,
fast
he
I
was
got
causing too
rid of
much
him.
trouble.
Oh, that he he was in the tank with no problem. I go on my live stream. I'm chatting away. I'm just hearing boom, boom. I'm like, what the hell is
Oh
going
my
on here?
god.
I see the guard just chilling, the parrot just chilling. But my Oscars, some of their fins are a little chewed up at the
Oh
side.
my god.
You're out of here. You're out of here. You're evicted. Nope. You're not gonna live here for free. No more.
I've only ever had to evict one fish, and it broke my heart because I loved him to death. He was so pretty. It was he was an African cichlid. His name was Lips. It was the funniest thing ever. His name was Lips, and oh god, I can't remember what he was.
It has to be an African cichlid because there's some African cichlids that that is so. It looks to me, it looks human. Like it was just wearing lipstick.
I believe he
He
was a
was
Johnny cichlid.
being
I
all blue
can't tell.
with white lips.
He may have been a blue. He may have been an erotis. But yeah, he was blue and black. He was so mean. God, he was so mean. He was a bully to everybody in the tank. This at the time, I still had peacocks in there. He was the only Mbuna I had, as a matter of fact. He was so mean. Not only that, not only was he a bully, I had to take one of my cichlids out of the tank and put it in another tank to let it recover and just kind of do its own thing in that tank for a while because its poor fins were, I mean, damn near gone. And not only that, this thing would get massive mouthfuls of the sand. And for some reason, every single time he would swim right up to the intake of my filter and spit it out at the intake. So every other day or so, I'm having to take the freaking filter apart and take sand out of it and clean the impeller and pop it back up in there so it works properly. It's like that stupid fish was watching Finding Nemo at the part where they was trying to put the rock up into the filter to make it stop running so they could swim up into. I don't know what was wrong with him. He was crazy. Luckily, I had someone that had I think it was a 300-gallon tank, and they had a bunch of Mbuna and other cichlids in there. And I was like, yeah, here, please take him because he's a menace over here. He killed 3 of my other peacocks.
Wow.
He killed both my pair of red empresses and he killed my Venusta cichlid.
Scuba. A 150, 150, that's right there, 300. A 125 and a 125, that's 250. Add that up. Then I got the 65 and the 32 here. Add that up. That's what I got. My math sometimes gets me. But when I was young, I was
That's
like, blah, 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 blah.
that's six and some change. That's 600 and some change.
Yep. And Garcia
I
Juarez
got
been looking at. I've been looking at
150,
750.
45, and then in the closet I've got a 5 gallon and a 2.5 and a 1.5.
Yeah, Scuba. He, even though he was beautiful and everything, and if I
I'll
would
be
have
right
had
back,
a,
y'all.
if I would have had an extra tank, I would have put him. I would have kept him, and then I would have put him for a show, take him to a show. But yes, he was perfect and beautiful, but too savage. But my Oscars are my Oscars, and I love those Oscars.
My
And
bad, I'm back.
that red parrot, that's Lady Shimmy. That's Lady Shimmy Shimmy's red parrot. And she keeps calling every time she comes out here, and she may say, "Hey, Polly, Polly," I'm like, "Who the hell are you talking to?" She goes, "I'm talking to my parrot. Leave me alone." I'm like, "Oh, talk to your parrot." All right. And Scuba says that he got a 75, a 60, a 10, 17, 29, a 5, and a 1 gallon. So you're talking about you got, like you say, you got 191. Okay. I'll take a several anytime. But not, but there's an Oscar that I've been looking at. He's bigger than my head. He's way bigger than my hand. I'm waiting for them to drop the price on me. For the price that they're asking for it, I'm not paying for that. I'm waiting for them to drop it.
They have some very tiny, but they're probably about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, that came into my job the other day. Strawberry peacock cichlids. One's an albino, one is regular.
Mm.
And they can't sell them because they don't have them coded in the system, and they weren't supposed to be sent. So it was just a mistake. I was supposed to bring them home today, but something came up and I wasn't able to bring them home today. But I'm going to bring them home tomorrow and set them up probably in my 5 gallon, let them grow a little bit before popping them in here with these guys, seeing how they do.
Wow, you're gonna be getting some free fish.
Hmm.
Lucky you.
Indeed.
You're learning about
An
some,
albino strawberry peacock and a regular strawberry peacock at that. Those are like $15, $20 fish.
and they don't have it in the system. Wow.
Uh-huh. And the manager came and asked me because they know that I'm the only person that works there that actually keeps fish at home.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Hey, there's some fish back in that tank over there. You know what they are?" It's like, "What tank is it?" She said, "Tank 27." Let me go see. So I walked back there. I took one look. I'm like, "Yeah, those are strawberry peacocks." She was like, "What? Strawberry peacock cichlids?" She was like, "I never heard of those." I bet you haven't. And and she was like, "Well, how big do they get?" I was like, "Pretty big. They can get about 8 inches, 10 inches at the biggest." She was like, "What? No way." Yep, they sure can. I was like,
Double
"So you
instinct.
gonna put a label?" I said, "So are you gonna put a label on them?" She said, "Oh, well, we can't sell them, so I was gonna see if you want to take them home." I was like, hell yes, I would. I would love to take them home. I sure will. I'll be setting up my tank."
And how many you getting? How many you getting?
There's only two of them, unfortunately, but still, hey, that's better than nothing.
Whoop, thank you. Have a nice day.
Hmm.
Weekend. Animal instinct. Welcome.
Exactly.
So, all right. We touched base on the Aquashella. We talked about some of the questions that people were asking. You told more about yourself and everything. And guys, she's getting married in Daytona, in Daytona, holla holla.
And surprise, surprise, I actually asked Cameron if he will come with me to Aquashella this year. So he may come with me. So you guys might get to meet him. So
Oh,
if he does
he
come,
don't want to be
also
Garcia.
we're gonna be
He don't want to be
looking
Garcia.
for places to do our ceremony.
He do not want to meet Garcia. No, 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 no.
He's definitely not
Oh
into
man.
the hobby or anything like that, but he does not mind me doing it whatsoever, and is very supportive of me doing my thing. Not so supportive of the idea of getting another tank though, but that's beside the point.
Just like Lady Shimmy Shimmy. She's not too happy that I'm looking at a 750.
Oh Lord.
And I keep
Do you need
I
it
keep
though? Do
messaging
you
the
really
guy.
need it?
There's plenty of space for that one.
That's okay. Todd and I were trying to convince Todd and I've been trying to convince Vibes to get another tank because he's got the space to squeeze one in.
Is that tiny home that he got? Doesn't look like he needs more. There's no space for it for another tank.
Listen, he showed us the wall over there. All he's got to do is move something like 3 inches this way, 2 inches that way. He's got plenty of space. He can fit a whole 75 in there.
He got to fix the foundation because that's gonna be a lot of weight.
We told him he could just build him another stand. You know, he's real handy like that. He builds stuff. He's good. It'll be fine.
Uh, Let me just throw this
And
little
if
thing.
not, I mean, he could always just convert the whole room to a pond, you know.
Yep. Hey, tell me what you think about this.
What in the world was that?
Oh, did you see? Oh,
Oh my God. That was hilarious.
so yeah, I've been working on some of my things and stuff like that. Oh, let me. Oh, do I have it here? Oh, hey, tell me what you think about this. Let me see if I can play it. I know it's gonna be a little loud, but I'm gonna play it. That's one of my guys over here in Florida that he made that beat for me. And
Okay, I like that.
but hey, Surf City, welcome. Um, but the sad part is that I have it here and it's still on my old phone, but my new phone, I don't have it. That's
You
the one I
gotta
was trying
email
to.
it to yourself.
I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do because I'm trying to put that because I was doing that with my other videos. because I was using that music just for my as my beginning because I had to
I
put it
like
out
it. It gives me like a kind of a Florida or like a Louisiana kind of vibe.
like just like a mellow, just chilling.
Yeah,
And,
like you walking through a bayou or something.
and who knows? I might put that in my wedding. And I don't wonder how
Oh
did it.
snap!
I, and I wonder how Lady
Lady
Shimmy
Shimmy
Shimmy would
Shimmy will
feel about
smack
that.
you silly.
And
Lady Shimmy Shimmy will smack you silly.
me walking in all smooth with that music on it, she bass.
She gonna smack you silly.
She probably real. Tell that DJ to take it. Tell that DJ to take it off. I'm like, nope. Oh, okay. Well, Caleb, there's people that say that he's reliable, and there's people that say that he's not reliable. I never got any fish from Darren's Fish, so I I cannot I cannot vouch for that. But there might be people here that could vouch probably for him, but I haven't. I don't know. And damn, there was some more questions that I wanted to ask you, but now I can't remember. Oh man, I hate getting old.
uh, to touch on that question real quick though, I would say in general, every channel or fish tuber has the potential for some reliability. But I always encourage you to do your own research, and with that comes from taking information from multiple sources and compiling your own information after the fact. And to be honest, a lot of times in this hobby, the best way to find out whether or not something actually works is to try it yourself.
So in your you want to get why instead of getting 125, why don't you just get yourself another 150?
I thought about it, and I've also been looking, but it seems like it's incredibly difficult to find a 150 in the dimensions that I want. Because I would like to have it be 6 feet, 6 foot long. Um, but I need it. The
Just like
placement of the tank that I want to, where I want to have it, I need it to be the dimensions of the 125 with the width and the length, or the depth and the length.
just like this one right here, where I got my Oscars. This one's a 6 foot, 18 deep, and I think is 30 high.
And where were you able to find that? Because that's pretty much the dimensions that I'm looking for.
I got that marketplace in First
See,
State, and I paid 100 with the stand and with the canopy.
shoot, the 150 that I've got sitting over there in the corner, along with the stand, I ended up getting as a gift. It was free.
Wow.
Just
And
because
I
the
got,
guy that originally had it didn't feel like doing the work to reseal it, or because it needed to be scraped and resealed, and he just didn't feel like doing the work to do it, so he just decided to give it away. So I got the stand and the tank.
and the 125 where I got my Fajaka, I paid 100 for that one with the stand.
The 45 behind me, this one is a 20. 4-year-old tank, I believe. It was handmade. Somebody made it at their house. Um, it's got a wooden frame at the top, and this thing, this thing I got for $40 from a friend.
Wow.
Um, Also needed to be resealed. It had been sitting in a garage for 2, 3 years with nothing in it. It was completely dry, which that was such an easy and satisfying silicone scrape. When I tell y'all that was so easy. Oh, just now that one over there, on the other hand, that had water sitting in it for a while. I'm still trying to. I have to scrape it again and reseal it again because I messed up the first time. Anyways, I got this one and the lid and the lights for $40, and the dresser that it's sitting on, which that too well. It's pretty much like an old entertainment stand dresser. It's got some cabinets down here, drawer here, little flip out drawers where I keep my other supplies and stuff. That thing was free because my fiance's had that thing for years, and we were gonna get rid
Wow.
of it because we didn't have a need for it or anywhere to put it until I got fish tank.
That was it. And my daddy said, nope, we're not getting rid of it. Uh,
That's right. I was like, no, I got a spot for it.
Caleb, I don't know if you got any more guppies, but you could call if you got her number or her email her and see if she has. But you could also check on Consolidated Fish Farm, and they ship. You could check with Consolidated Fish Farm. They're located in Florida.
You know what else I just thought about would be really nice in that tank of yours, Caleb, would be a sorority beta tank. That would do really nicely in that size tank, and the plants being relatively moderate would work. Only females, though, of course. That's the meaning of sorority, but yeah.
Uh, and my other 150 that where I got my frontosis, that's a 150. And guess how big that one is?
Hmm.
It's a 5 footer, 24 deep and 24 high.
So the 150 I have over here, it's a 4 footer, 24 inches deep, and 36 inches high.
It does it have like the holes in the bottom? Drilled? No.
Nope, no drill holes. It's just open top.
But the 150 I got right there with the 5 footer, that used to be a saltwater tank.
Really?
I had it had two holes on one side, on the right side, and two on the left side. And then in the back it had other holes. I plugged every hole.
I
Because I
was
was
just gonna ask, did you use them? Did you utilize the bulkheads at all?
now I just blocked it for now. But in the future, things could change until I get that 750.
That's something I will always admire it, and I think it's very beautiful, and it's a much deeper aspect of the hobby is saltwater. But I personally don't think I would ever keep a saltwater tank.
I'm
Uh,
just gonna keep one, just this one, this 32, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best.
I think the most I would probably try to do would be maybe like like a nano reef or something. But even at that, I don't know. There's just so much more involvement with salt water that I think it would be a
Uh,
bit much for me to handle.
what was the size of that tank that you said you had? That 150?
I think, you know what? Hold on. Let me measure it again because I could be wrong.
Because Surf City is saying that it's not a 150, it looks like it's a 180.
Oh, let me get my tape measure. Hold on. I could be wrong. I might be remembering wrong.
Because the measurement is 48, 24, 36. You're looking at a 180.
Well, shoot. I don't know where my tape measure went. Oh, where they? I don't know, y'all. I gotta find my tape measure, but I could be remembering that wrong. I know for a fact it's 4 feet long. It
That's
might be
40.
20, 22 inches.
And if it's 24 deep and 36 high, you're looking at a 180. So it's not a 150 you got there.
All I know is I can get inside it and sit down and put my back up against the glass and my feet don't touch the other side. And I'm 5'3".
Hmm. Hey, Nano Aquarium, thank you for coming. Because that's what Surf City's saying. It could be, it's going to be like 180.
Let me see. Oh, I'm finna locate my tape measure so I could tell y'all.
I'm still here. Don't worry. Hey,
Oh,
Banowski,
shoot.
welcome,
Okay.
welcome.
All right. I'm saying I really don't know where it is, y'all. Well, I have projects for tomorrow now, and that's find my tape measure.
But you gotta pick up your fish first. Before you gotta set up the tank, then pick up the fish, acclimate them,
Yep,
and then look for the measuring tape.
that's right. Dang,
That's the
that's
last thing.
really puzzling me. Let's see. Really puzzling me. Because I feel like I just seen it the other day. And I probably did. Just don't remember where. That's okay. But yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's a 150. I'm just not remembering the dimensions correctly.
But
Um,
just remember this: when you start writing down when you do the measurements again, if you get a 48, a 24, and a 36, it's a 180.
actually, it's a 10.
So, and then then you can start telling everybody this: it's not a 150, it's a 180.
Y'all that understand, I hope you got that.
What?
36, 24, 48. It's not a 180, it's a 10.
Ooh.
Mm,
Mm.
Mm.
Mm, mm.
Oh,
Hey, what do you think, Mariah? Should I open the chat up and have anybody that wants to come up, they can come up?
let's do it. I'm down. I still got
You
a
down
few
with it?
more minutes.
All right. Thank you for being with me. If anybody that would like to come up and hang out with Smokey and Garcia, here's the link code. I just dropped the link code. It is right here in the chat. Whoever wants to come up are more than welcome.
Y'all hit that link. Come on up. Come on up. Come hang out with us. And Caleb, as far as the 35, I mean,
Probably like 15 of them.
yeah, you probably get away with about 15, 20 at the most.
But if it's heavy planting, you probably can
Yeah,
put 20.
yeah, if you put some more plants in there or some uh like taller plants in there that'll break up that line of sight a lot better and give them just a lot more comfortability, you could probably get away with 20. But just to be safe, even though you've got the very high rated filtration on there, I would stick with like between 15 and maybe 18 to start off.
Hey, Timbo, if you want to come up, man. The link is in the chat. You know you're more than welcome. You're
Come on
part of the
in, y'all.
because you're part of the Garcia Aquatics because you're the one of my you're my co-host and I'm your co-host on your channel. So okay, last
Come
question.
on down.
No problem. You can keep asking all the questions you want, Caleb. You can
Oh
ask
yes,
all.
please, please.
What kind of plants
That's part of the
should I put in there?
research. That's part of the research, man, is asking questions. You can never ask too many questions. And honestly, it's really your personal preference. Personally, I like Java ferns. I think they look really nice. They're nice and long and leafy. Um, you could do some swords in there would look pretty good. They're nice and long and also pretty stemmy. They give a good range of growth in the tank. You can do some floating plants in there. It's really personal preference, but you definitely want something that can, like I said, grow a little bit taller, just to kind of break up the line of sight and just something that they can hide in, but not to the point where you can't see them all the time.
And for the bottom,
Oh, there's another plant.
the Nubius nanas.
Oh
The
God,
Nubius nanas, you can put them in the bottom.
what's it
These
called?
plants,
I believe it's called myliofiligree. Let me see. Let me double check and look it up, and I will tell you the exact name of it. But it is a beautiful plant, and it kind of looks similar to pine needles. Let me see if I can find it. Myriophyllogree. Myriophyllum Myriophyllum simulon is the name of it. And I will show you a photo of it. It is a very pretty plant. And this is what it looks like.
I like that. I'm about to
Very pretty.
close.
But yes, it is called Myrio filigree. Very pretty. It grows fairly long, um, and you definitely need a very good, solid substrate to plant this in because it has a very delicate root system. Let's see. There
Yeah.
was one more that I was thinking of.
Hey, Mariah, check this
Mm.
out right there. How do you make an octopus laugh?
How do you make an octopus laugh?
Yeah.
Tentacle it.
Hey, Joey, King of DIY, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh,
How you
with tentacles?
doing?
I was going a different
Hey,
direction.
Danielle. Hey, Danielle. Thank you for coming. Thank you, and Joey. Hey, Gooba Gobble, Gooba Gobble. You one of us. Gooba Gobble, Gooba Gobble. Hey, if any of you guys want to come up, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, it's Ratesh. Everybody. Oh, surprising me. Hey, the link is right here. Did I drop it? Danielle, how you
Mm,
doing? How you living? Whoever wants to come up, the link is right here in the chat. You're more than welcome. You can come up. I put it right there. Come out and hang out with us here. Hey, Mariah, do me a favor. Type something in the chat for me, please.
you got it.
Hey, Tamara, how you doing? Hey, great stream you've been having lately. Those two streams, you doing your streams, showing your cooking. Girl, now I can't even watch those because you make me hungry. And now I gotta watch out my diet because now I got on the scale the other day. I'm supposed to be at 205 or 200. I found myself at 215. So I gotta bring myself back down.
That's just a 10, that's happy 10 pounds. Don't worry about it.
I know, but I just can't I just can't get back
You're
up there.
engaged now. You're supposed to gain weight. It's part of it.
Nikki, welcome. Alicia Myers, welcome. We out. One of us, one of us. XO. But guys, the link is in the chat. Come up, guys. Come up. Did you type something in the chat, Mariah?
I did.
Now I'm trying to find it.
I said Smokey in the house.
Oh Lordy. Oh, there it is.
Dang, it's all the way up there.
Got it.
Lord.
And guess what? Now you can type anything else and you're gonna see something different.
Oh, snap.
And you know you're very welcome. And thank you for being part of the Garcia Aquatics.
No way.
Showing the love and showing the support because you've been doing it for me. I gotta do something in return, but there gotta be more stuff. But don't worry,
Oh my God. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
and don't worry. Wait until when we get to see each other again at Daytona. Even though it's a
Oh my
long
God.
way down, but we're gonna have
My
some
face
fun.
is filling up.
How is it
That's
again?
dope.
How is it? How is it again? Do it again. Do it again. Ah, like Home Alone. Whoop.
My face hurts from smiling. Ouch. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Much love.
Well, I see everybody is a little busy right now, but I understand it. But I want to say thank you for all my moderators and everybody that came out, showing the support and all the love, and my Google Gobble family that they came out, showing the support and the love. And like they always say, Google Gobble, you're one of us. XO, XO, say it back. And I love you guys because you guys are really awesome. And I really appreciate everybody that came out. And Mariah, being my one of my great hosts, guests, everything. Thank you for being part of the Garcia Aquatics. And you know you're more than welcome anytime. And when Garcia Aquatics go on live, you already know that you're one of us and you are a moderator for the Garcia Aquatics.
Garcia Aquatic.
And anything you want to say before Garcia Aquatics shuts it down?
Absolutely. Well, thank you very, very much, Garcia, my friend, for having me on tonight. I very much appreciate the invite. And thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. I appreciate y'all as well. Lots of good questions. And Caleb, please feel free to continue asking questions. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Please feel free to hit up Garcia. Anybody in the Fish fam, I'm sure they're more than welcome to share their information and knowledge with you. Please do not stop doing your research. And then same thing I say as always on live stream. You guys, please treat others how you want to be treated. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And may God treat you how you treat animals and elders.
And there goes Tommy. Great to see you, Mariah. Oh, somebody wants to say something before I shut it down. Hey, Garcia, do you think you could be a host with me for my birthday live stream, June 15th? I know that's holiday weekend. Caleb, just email me at garciaquatics@gmail.com. Garciaquatics
Hey.
at gmail.com. And I'll come and show the support and the love because even with that little horse that he had, that no more is not a pony no more. He's a big horse and he's been a big champion and everything. And you named him Little Garcia. I really appreciate that because you showed me the support and the love. And here it is, Caleb. Here's my email. Just email me. I gotta check that email. Brandon, I'm sorry. It's that I've been too little crazy here and there. But I really appreciate everybody coming up, showing their support and the love. Even though nobody didn't want to come up when I dropped the link and everything, but I still show you the support and the love. And Mariah, I know today, out of the blue, I just at the last minute, I said, hey, you want to come up on my live stream out of the blue? And you responded, and thank you.
Of course.
Hold on. Garcia's getting dry. Oh, that felt good. Real good. All right. Guys, thank you for showing all the support and all the love. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button, that share button, that notification bell to be notified when the video's coming out or when the short's coming out or when I go live. And remember, Garcia Aquatics doesn't put a thumbnail. he just hits that live button and comes right up. And that's the way I've been doing it. I'm just different from everybody else. So,
That's right.
like I always say, don't forget to check out Smokey. Check her out and hit that like button, hit that share button, and turn on that notification bell because you never know when she's dropping a video or when she's dropping a short. And guys, you don't want to miss it. So make sure that notification bell is turned on all the way. Because if it's not turned on all the way, you won't get that ding ding ding. But I understand you don't want to be bothered with too much. But make sure you have it on. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
It is in the chat right now.
Look at that. She became a moderator and she's already topping links. In case if anybody missed it, there it is, right there. Bam, bam, bam. And thank you, Tommy. I, I really appreciate that. And guys, I'll see you guys till the next time. And who knows when Garcia's gonna be popping up. And you might catch Mariah tomorrow on Vibes on Saturday. So if you follow Vibes, you'll see her there. If she's not there on Saturday, she's there on Thursdays. So
Definitely every Thursday.
guys, make sure you got that notification bell turned on because if she has it on, even though Vibes is the one that's doing it, it'll show that she's there. So you don't want to
Mhm.
miss it. Hey Mike, thank you for showing up and I'm sorry, but I'm shutting it down. Uh guys, I love you till the next time. Garcia Aquatics and Smokies out of here. Adios.